Hello, welcome to your tarot on Monday the 18th of August. I'm Hem from Self Love Self Care System. I'm doing our daily tarots of this week from the tarot deck by Top That Publishing. Now I have to open them because I haven't taken them out, so it'll be a little bit noisy for a few moments. Let's get these out. These are big cards. These are my super duper large cards. When I bought them, and you've all heard the story a billion times, but I'm going to say it anyway, I wasn't really sure about them. And then I started to use them and I became kind of sort of a little bit plussed with them. I thought they were kind of sweet. But it's really funny because if you look at oracle cards, oracle cards, tarot cards now, because there's so many different varieties, you'll see that people have ones that you don't like and things like that. And sometimes you buy them and you think, oh, I'm not sure they're the ones for me. And then you get really attached to them. So these are those. Right, you ready for our 3 cards? It's exciting, right? Last week's was really interesting. I didn't really think of a theme. I couldn't think of a theme. I think there was a money theme. There was a fly in here. See, that was not very. That was definitely a big fly. I don't know how it got in. It is so hot that I've had the windows open. So it's probably just snuck its way in while there's been ample time with the window open. But yeah. So yeah, I think last week's was about money, but it was about something else as well, but I can't remember. There was a lot about the human family and how we behave and things like that, wasn't there? So let's see what this week wants to bring us. I'm kind of really intrigued, to be honest. When I do my lives as well, I do monthly lives on Facebook, and we always get a theme on there as well. So there was a theme for that. So if I remember that at some point, I'll let you know what the month's theme was too. So maybe I'll put it in the notes. Right, you've got the 2 of Swords for your first card. Now, it is really weird because the moment I looked at it, I actually thought something quite negative. And I thought, oh, it's a sword, and sword does tend to think it brings us into pain. Like, you know, the things that are difficult, the things that we're having to go through. But actually, there's something kind of interesting about this card because the angels are saying, well, no, actually, it can be 2 things. It could be that you've become strong enough to be not abrasive, that's not the word they're using. They're saying, but you've become strong enough to stand up for yourself. You've become strong enough to go through the difficulties to become who you're supposed to be. Anything else, angels? They're saying work on your throat chakra. Also get yourself some throat chakra crystals. I am so sorry about that. I will just pause. Hello lovelies, I'm not going to start again. I did have an emergency call and I was meant to tell you guys about it, that it was going to happen and that I might have to pause and answer it, but now I've told you. All right, so there you go. But what I was going to say to you is there was something interesting about that, because it occurred to me, and this is why I'm leaving it in, okay? It occurred to me that there is some of you think there's an emergency or there's something you need to be, angels, can you explain it to me so I can explain it to them? So they're saying that some of you may be thinking there's an emergency, but then, or for some of you there may be something that you need to do, and it does kind of constitute a timely thing. I'm not going to use the word emergency because that's not accurate for this. There's a timely thing, because otherwise it could cause you some kind of pain or disconnect. You're in the early stages of understanding that though, so the angels are telling me to say give yourself the time to get it, and recognize though that there is something that is time sensitive. Okay, yeah, all right, let's have a look at our next card. Oh no, come on guys, you've got the Devil card, Major Arcana, Devil card. This might make this make sense. So what did I say? Timeless. So there's some kind of emergency, but I don't want to use the emergency word. I want you to use the timely word. Yes, it's about disconnecting from all sources of negativity in your life. The angels are saying to me, for each of you, they're saying there is different experiences that you've had and situations you've gone through in your life, and they're saying to me to say that everything that you've done up until now has had its knock-on effects. Okay, now what these knock-on effects are they're cordings, they're hooks, they're things that get attracted to your body and your consciousness. Okay, this card comes in to tell you it's time for you to let go of those things that are not healthy for you, that are not doing your soul any good. Okay, the other thing the angels are saying are, and it's not just because I would love you to come on this little thing that I'm going to be doing, but there is a releasing uncording, scapegoat release, a vow release, all that curse release I want to do a session for all of you, right? and that's going to come in. I was going to do it next full moon, but I think the angels are trying to tell me to do the next one after that, because they want you to do it on the full moon. That will really supercharge the release. Okay. Now, a couple of caveats I want to tell you about if you're interested in that, and if you are interested and haven't told me already, you can drop it in the comments. Okay. But a couple of caveats to that. It could make you a little sparkly. It may make you feel like you've lost things, that kind of thing. I will tell you more as we go into it, and I'll prep you before we actually do it as well, so you understand what's going to happen. But yeah, there's a real need to let go of the toxicity that's been hanging around you. The interesting thing is, the angels are saying to me that it's been hanging around you for some time, but you haven't learned how to release it. And this is the bit where the issue is. It's like you can't quite get it to go. And it's like you do something and it still sticks. There's a small part of it that stays. You know, it's like that. You're cleansing something, you're washing something. The little tiny bit won't come off. It's got that going with it. Okay, so if I loved it, you got this far, I'd love a thumbs up. I'd also love a share or a subscribe if you feel called. Now let's see what our final card is. Oh, I like it. It's the 8 of Wands, and I do like it because I feel it works beautifully with this, because it's a really, really vibrationally sound numerical number, the 8. It brings in infinite potential. Now, because it's linked to your voice and you talking and communicating, it's linked to you communicating in a way that is full of what is infinitely good language. That's what the angels are saying. It's their words, not mine. Good language. They're talking about the fact that you are moving into a space where you understand that everything that you're doing has an effect on everything that you're doing, that has an effect on everything that you're doing. Okay. And they're also telling me to say that there's nothing that you're doing right now that won't affect everything that you've been through, everything that you're going through, right? Now, they're also talking to me about childhood stuff that you might have in your chemistry that hasn't been cleansed out. And they're saying to me the 8 comes in that infinity. You are an infinite being. However, you do need to cleanse stuff while you're in this world so that you don't end up carrying it in your heart, because they're saying to me some of you are carrying negativity and abandonment issues, pain stories. I feel the mother line very strongly. Any father line? They're saying a little bit for some, and they're saying that there's some clearing out that needs to be done. Now, how the angels are putting it to me is that you may have put something in your system, right, when you were too young developmentally to realize it was there. These are the things that they're talking about, cleansing and clearing. And this 8 here is about using your voice in a way that isn't still holding on to these small toxic like conditioned elements that you put in. Bear with me a minute. I need a word for this. I need to look it up, so give me 2 seconds. So that was what I was looking for. It's called a pre-verbal imprint. It happens before you're able to talk. So there's some things for some of you that need to be cleansed out and healed. So there you go, my lovelies. Namaste. Have a gorgeous, gorgeous Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Do check out these videos if you're interested and you haven't seen them already. I'm sending you big love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Love you all. Take care. Bye.